construction ship under attack.
We're off. So welcome back. This is Sebastian with the Galactic News Network. We're starting with session 2 of Shay's Rebellion 8. So in terms of some of the stuff that's happened, good, I am actually capturing audio this time. That's very good. There has been a lot of, well, talk around here in particular. Unfortunately, the Arcanist man had to have a substitute for today's session. But there was a lot of conflict going on between them and the Australian Empire, despite being right next to the Shard and the Dream of Silent Screams. So, we will be coming back to that later. I think I just saw them expand the system. Oh, they've got... So we must have gone to the asteroid event there. What about... What's here? Huh. That's a lot of dark matter in places without black holes. In any case, just 1 second. So, let's see now. So yeah, we have the Federation. Ooh, that's new, I think.
Situation log
checking
updated.
with that. It is the Galactic Progress Alliance between Shay with the United Cardu Republic, Divine Mandate of the Machine Goddess, and is there anyone else in there? No, it's just those two, at least. So what type of federation? They're research cooperative. Compared to the other
situation log updated
here, which is Trade League. Any others I wonder switched to? Yeah, that was Chosen Goddess, so it's just those two at the moment. Okay. Yeah, so I did post in the documents chat they were forming, or the roleplay chat they were forming a new federation. If I scroll up far enough, I'll see about putting the logo on screen right now, actually. So yeah, that happened. Anything else since I've changed? Don't think so. Yeah, that's the only substitute for today. They have very similar borders. I guess that's just because they have similar flags.
situation log updated.
So the black with red and the black with red here, yeah. So that's why they've got the same border color. I was going to say that's a very weird combination, especially with the early contact stealing their construction ship and I think, yeah, killing the crew as well. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to guess.
Situation
Australians
log
have
updated.
jumped up in size? No, they haven't. Okay. They've been sitting at near the tech cap of 300 from last session for most of the session. But I think new tech cap this session is 600 science or research generated per month. So yeah, bit confused. Nothing really seems to be happening, and everyone seems to be in the main chat still. They haven't split off into their sections. Right. Senate is in session for Comfort of the Fallen. Most people seem to be in support of it. Not sure when it started. I might have actually missed the first one because I thought there was one resolution in the process of time. In any case, you've got Felicia's children proposing come forward. Yeah, it does seem. It sounds more an even split, but it does seem to be heavily weighted towards supporting. I'm going to guess though that near the end, when we've got about only a few months left, is when we're going to see some larger changes. Maybe some people switching sides, but probably more people putting more envoys in. And maybe buying favors. So yeah, that's something which actually comes into account in multiplayer games. You're actually able to buy favors and actually use them. Here we have the horrifically long borders here, but yeah, they've gotten this connection point, but the Silent Screams has come all the way over to here. So we've got these two checkpoints at least. It could expand either side, but if you expand to this one, you've got this awkward star here. At least, okay, so if Silent Screams expands to here, they've got this awkward star here. They could just let the adherents of the goddess take it. However, on the other hand, the adherents will basically probably want to have their checkpoint system here and just leave that one to die if there's actually ever a war. Yeah, so anything else? Well, they seem to have joined. Yes, they have joined the Federation. So, another 3-person Federation. That is doesn't exactly look pretty. I think the border was always there. I'm not entirely sure though. But I am noticing that this does allow the Silent Screams to move all the way up to the Velutari and Star Alliance. So Silent Screams have one. That's not a border. 2. So one border with Shard Remnant, 2 with the Song of Reverence, and then another border with Velutari and Star Alliance, and the Adherents of Goddess. That is a lot of ways for anyone to actually enter if they get attacked, especially considering that they're genocidal. Yeah, we've got access to this whole section and 2 more planets. So we covered this earlier on in the special, but they do have roughly 30 planets for them to expand into, according to their own reports. Of course, actually, probably by the time this comes out, the special hasn't come out, but oh well. Just ignore that for now. And a couple of people have split off into another channel. So yeah, it seems to mostly be the east side of the galaxy there. Yeah, so we are getting close to the mid-game stage, and someone is slowing down the game. So we might actually see one of these mortars become a Khan. Right? Also,
Situation log
wondering
updated.
if they'll be able to maintain it. I have heard someone has a cruiser design. Got 1 year left on the Senate. Still heavily in favor of supporting. Well, I believe they had been opposing it before. But yeah, they are AI, so they don't really count. And also, they are only just slightly the smallest deployed. I think, yeah, that's because they're isolationist. That makes sense. Yeah, so here's this children. They're the ones that proposed it. They are bordering Fallen Empire over here. which ones are they? They are, I believe they're the spiritualists. Oh no, they're the materialists, never mind then. Over here, and then they're bordering the Tuscanian Carnage
Situation
south.
log updated.
And then both the Australian Empire and the Arcanet of Man to their north. They aren't actually attached to the Shard Remnants, that protects them slightly from that. Although once we'll getting into jump drives, that's going to be quite an easy distance to cover. Well, has someone perhaps spawned? Yes, they have indeed. Its home system. Let's see if we can find it. I forget what it's called. Oh, I see that someone has. No, that was their home system. Don't think they spawned that. That wasn't spawned either. Let me pull that up then. But I do remember someone getting another, spawning another one of the precursor systems last session. Yes, let's see now. Precursors. It was the Ute, right? So. Let's see. That should be it. Yep. So that was Cosmic Singularity Echelon. That is, of course, a very nice system for them to have. Having 5 exotic gases, but the research deposits aren't insignificant. And right next to the Great Mountain, that is a great place for some strategic resources. And 5 free alloys is nothing to really sniff at. But I do believe
Situation
they are
log updated.
driven simulators. Indeed they are. So they'll be getting that up. So if I remember correctly, probably not exactly the one they're wanting, but this does give them the Hawks, I believe. Let me just look it up. No, that isn't Hawks, it is the Cryo Core relic, which gives them +1 pops on new colonies, and if they want to spend 150 influence, they can get -10% chip up for 10 years. That's rather minor. And their special project reward is initiate the cleansing process decision. I don't know what that does. So we might find out. Let's see, we might be able to get a... Actually, no, it hasn't quite taken that one. We might be able to get a interview with the Australian Empire. Just go check them. Talking about their species history. So let's see if we can get that arranged. Yeah. So I'll give them a bit of time to respond before we jump into any game chats. Let's see now. Also have that. So, another thing, there does seem to be quite a bit of tensions arising between Song of Reverence and Slug Labor as two of the main megacults.
Situation log updated.
Additionally, let's see. I have heard that yes. So, one of the terms I've heard for the Song of Reverence making a commercial pact with the Australian Empire is that they won't have a commercial pact with any other nation. However, it appears that the Australian Empire has just completely disregarded that and gone ahead and made a commercial pact with the Scan Incarnate. Why you'd want to have a commercial pact with them remains another question.
Situation log updated.
About spoilers. Yep. So yeah. Might be seeing strong ties that way, maybe. No new federations are formed yet, at least. We might be seeing more next session. So another thing to note about this session is that there will be, it's still only border conflicts, so only 3 systems you can take this session. But next session will be opening up to open wars. Also, I have heard there will be more wars this session, so that'll be nice thing to look into. Also, one more thing, I probably should have started off the episode with this, but let me know any feedback you have, especially on the visual side. If you think any mods which you think I should use which would enhance the either space fights or just looking around the Galactic map, or even just in the system maps. Just let me know. Quite a lot of planets over here. 3, triple Tomb World, another 2 Tomb Worlds. Someone might very much like that. These definitely seem like they're special system here. What about this one? As does this one. I don't recognize these names, I'll be honest. Maybe I just haven't played enough games. I mean, even if they were in my games, I might not have noticed it previously. Got a Guy World over here. I wonder if anyone can
Situation log
They can.
updated.
It is only size 10 though. But it is lush. So, quite a few. There's much less agricultural districts than I'd expect for a lush world. Oh well. The extra 10% habitability isn't really going to do anything for anyone. Yep, they are increasing population. Good for them. We go with the
Situation log updated.
They are already level 2 and working on getting further, which does give them some extra ship speed in their space and some extra trade value. And yeah, they have the special trade policy. Now they only have the free research agreements between all Federation members. Next level they'll get some research speed though, and their research agreements will get some extra speed as well, so it'll help any member that's behind tech wise catch up a bit. And actually let's see how they compare against each other. Seems like United Cardu Republic really could use with some of those tech boosts though. As for slug labor, air equipment, so that's mostly going to help the United Cardu Republic. So, these are materialist xenophobes. Galactic as well. So, I'm looking forward to how they progress. They haven't expanded far to the south here. I do believe that there's a fallen empire around here. They do know about them, but they don't actually see them. That's interesting. I don't think that was there before. Huh. Oops. I just spilled my water. Oops. Not great. I saw that happening so much. Anyway, let's continue for now. So I didn't actually see how that ended, but I expect it was in favor. I believe that extra spiritual extraction is from comfortable and did pass. So possible standardization seems to be next, which will be. So that's normally proposed by the maybe court. So in terms of RP, the tyranny of Barker, I think, has ended their commercial agreement with
updated.
the Slug Lab Limited, citing a. They have association status. Yes, so citing a report that was posted claiming that Slug Labor Visual Entertainment, there's a link between Slug Labor Visual Entertainment and declining birth rates among users. So that report, Tyranny has decided to break their commercial pact with them. It'd be interesting seeing their relations with the Galactic Progress Alliance. They do have this, despite having like this wide area and being quite snaky, they do have just a single point of contact with them. I wonder if they're going to build up defenses here. They do have checkpoints here built up, but it might be worthwhile to resist them. Their association status, I think, pretty sure there's a limit to Federation size of any 3 members, so they won't actually be part of the Chosen of Goddess, but if their association status, they're probably going to have some somewhat close ties. But here you see we've got 2 borders, and soon to be a border with silent screens, which is not something that most people want. And yeah, so they've also got this border here. Despite being so wide, they have surprisingly few borders. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a way. Yeah, so probably gonna want to do seem to be parking their fleet over here. I wonder if that's a. It is not even a. What are they called? Shipyard, that's it. So they definitely have moved their fleets over here, but they seem to be moving them back. So somewhat wondering if they will be building up. Yes, they are building up new Stellaris. Where is it? Down here. Yep, okay, so where I was expecting it to be. Ah, Void Swarm, that's why they haven't taken this yet. That would definitely explain it, and also explain some of these seals. 20 society for the egg. So this is being upgraded. I'm a bit surprised over this one, isn't it? But they are at 6 out of 6. So yeah, the extra starbase capacity honestly isn't that much. They could probably go for an extra one here. Ooh. Oh, okay, no, it's just ancient mining drones, small fleet. That's nothing really protecting them. Unlike... So they've got both... Oh. So we've got a void cloud here, which isn't the biggest deal, it's only 5k. They've... Ooh, is this the mining drone home? Yep. So that from memory does give a nice Reddit. They've also got the void spawn here. What do they have here? Just some mining drones. Small mining drones. Let's see. So I do believe central processing. No. So they are. So yes, being able to just... So this is quite nice for a relatively tall empire, just being able to create random deposits. So it will get... Yeah, basically if you use it, each time you use it, yeah, there's a 50% chance that it will repeat the process every in 360 to 1080 days, or a 20% chance that it will repeat it in 1080 days. But it will create either a 5 to 9 energy deposit, 5 to 9 mineral deposit, 5 to 9 of research, 5 to 9 of trade, 3 to 5 alloys, 3 to 5 exotic gases, 3 to 5 rare crystals, and 3 to 5 volatile modes. As well as giving you +1 sensor range, but it's being able to create the deposits, which is quite nice. Of course, there's if people buys enough reliquaries, we might see the Galactron. I would like to see the Galactron. I would like to see people take the Galactron. Horrible. Cause yeah, just for your spending 150 influence. Oh, also another thing with the surveyor, which I was talking about, you only need to spend energy. You don't even need to spend influence. Yeah, if someone does get the Galactron, they can get just a stockpile of resources for 150 influence, which is quite useful getting around to this point, because you're not going to be spending your influence on expanding as much, except through warfare. Now I do remember that last session, mining restoration. Oh, there's a social project, I see. This might be interesting. But yeah, I do remember last session, the Song of Reverence claiming they had no navy. I think claiming they wouldn't have a navy. I think they built up a Federation fleet. No? Okay. Maybe they've just gone through the ship design, but they haven't actually done any fleet contribution. They could move up their centralization. Funny enough, it's for Song of Reverence that it isn't contributing to the Federation convention. Yeah, so we've got another Senate session. We've got Slug Labor Limited. Proposed budget standardization that get through in the end. Yeah, so Song of Reference and Slug Labor, of course, like to Twitch Factory. Yeah, so let's actually have a look at how everyone's doing in science. Already, people getting quite close, getting up towards the 600 cap. Oh, someone has low stability. Oh, I'm guessing it's because of
Hostile
the
station engaged.
fighting. Ooh, there's war going on. Let's see, what's this war for? Absorption war. The Australian Empire have been pulled in offensively. Alpha seems to be going on the offense here. So we've got a lot of corvettes against the station. Let's see if we can.
Situation log updated.
I can't actually put up too much information. They do have hangars, so that'll be a good counter. But
Special project complete.
won't be enough, it seems. Though we do have reinforcements coming in with cruiser. Ah, they've got Bubbles. Bubbles is coming in to rescue from Tuscanian Khanate. So yeah, they don't know much about what's going on with the Alpha existence. They've just got this single border they can only see this far in. Their fleets, they probably can't hope to. Ooh, even. Ah, it's total war. So yeah, they've lost all their intel on that system. And they've also lost their own bastion. Probably can't hope to take it either. They are building up some things, but they only have 800 allies left. They might just have to give up that system. Might even get pushed back to either here or here. Yes, they do seem to be retreating. Yes, they probably don't have much hope of being able to beat that fleet at all, no. They've just got some small pirate fleets there as well. And meanwhile, it seems. Let's have a look at
Situation
how
log
these
updated.
They are moving their fleets to help them, but it will be quite a way. But do you have a relatively sizable fleet there as well, though? Not insignificant. And it seems like the Alpha Existence has been planning this, and I think they will be coming over here for the Desert World. Bringing their colony ship to the front lines. Quite like that. Yeah, they've got their construction ship presumably to fill in any resource deposits needed. It is being told to move to the system. Well, there isn't much of a fleet, just get rid of it. And so they will just be letting And yeah, that should have no issue. Just destroying that station. I'm surprised if they left the construction ship there. That construction ship is basically a goner, and for some reason it hasn't engaged. Interesting. It is engaged, but it's still continuing its orders. Okay then. And so yeah, it's retreating over to here. So yes, system's still in combat, but the colonization, it's a meteorite as well. Let's see. So they are just going to slam directly into the desert world. So that would mean that the Alpha existence is terrible. Interesting. But yeah, so yeah, they are Lithoid, and specifically they are terrible. I wonder which type of homeworld are they, or preference? They are desert preference, yeah. So they might be keeping this for themselves rather than actually devouring the planet. Yeah, so they are just sending their fleet straight onto the next system, and that will probably be the end of the war as far as they're concerned. I'm not sure if they know that the Australian Empire is going to be coming in, or quite how strong their fleet will be.
Situation log updated.
Australian actually seem to have a fair bit of intel on them. They do not know at all. Meanwhile, if we have a look here, they are able to see some of their systems over here as well as their capital. What do they know about their? They don't know about their relative fleet power, but they have seen fleets. Meanwhile, the Alpha Resistance hasn't seen any of the fleets. So look, is any other wars going on? No. Okay. Yeah. Nothing that much to really watch here.
Situation log updated.
How far away is the fleet?
Situation log updated.
That's not going to be there for a while. So, expect the Alpha Existence. Not exactly the nicest borders here, but they'll probably clean it up. Well, maybe after the truce is over, or when they're or next session, and they can just go wild. So they're probably going to be looking to just hold here for now until they can force the status quo. Yeah, otherwise, I am wondering why. Yes, we don't have enough allies. That's why they're so high on influence. Otherwise, they would be building more habitats, I believe. Yes, they are. Voidborn Empire. Ooh. They have gone for a trade station, so trade and mining. It's interesting. Yeah, it's still satisfying. I wonder if... Yeah, I'll do it. That's fine. Yeah, they haven't actually expanded all that much. They've got another science station here, but they seem to be going for industrial districts instead. In that case, it might have been better for them if they'd gone for another. If they built somewhere else instead, maybe here. Or maybe going for an empty planet like this one, rather than spending the minerals on building an industrial district here when you can change it to a science district instead. In any case, let's see, where have And nope, they are just giving up on that war, it seems. Cool.
Situation log updated.
What is going on here, indeed? What? What? Oh, it's... Right, they have ended war. They did set a status quo. And they're sending their fleets north, it seems. I wonder why. Let's see if we can see anything up here. This is just the Carnate space. Odd. So they called it land reclamation. Presumably to take control of the desert system. There. Colonizing. And yeah, so because it's the asteroid colonization ship, we've got the two lithoid craters. Okay, we have the Australian Empire actually available for a interview, so we'll get to them now. Welcome, Australia.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about your like the history of your people and all, but for that, what was that all about? I see that.
The Alpha existence attacking the Toast Incarnate.
Situation log updated.
Wait, what the
Yes.
heck? I'm at war again?
Ooh.
Excuse me, look-
So, do you want to postpone your interview for now?
No, I think I can still do it.
Yeah.
Annoying because
oh,
now my allies do.
Yeah, I
qualify.
noticed that you just brought your ships back even.
Yeah, it's annoying, but I should be.
And it's a shard remnant. I see. Coming from this side. So yeah. I noticed that you started sending your fleets over, but before they really got all that far, you brought them back. You just decided wasn't worth it. I'm guessing.
It's kind of too late. They already did the peace deal, and of course, Lion Machine of the God is interesting. Well, it would seem that somebody infiltrated my system, my empire.
So the new espionage actions.
Yeah.
In any case, so back to the original topic for this. Would you like to introduce the Australian Empire to the Galactic News Network?
Welcome to the Australian Empire. Now, the origins of this nation is actually comes. I'm sorry, but as I started saying this, Empress Astronomus died. As soon as I said that.
It seems like the interviewee died in the middle of the interview, so let's get the replacement in now.
Well, I will continue what my mother said. I am now Empress Mirandia the First.
Welcome. That was a quick coronation ceremony you held, but we were very glad to participate in that. So, do you want to bring things through from your history and where you will lead your empire in the future?
Yes, I'm other Empress Astronomus. Always said this sorry. I'm just trying to just transitioning from being a leader. Empress the Estonian Empire or rather its species, Estronians, had come from very, very hard beginnings. Back in the year
Situation log updated.
2050, there was a world war that was on massive proportion. Um, there was no nuclear detonations, thankfully, but there was a race for genetic, more superior humans. And this has ultimately the beginnings of the Estonian people. We went for war and we were war machines.
You're cutting out a bit.
War machines originally. But we were the ones, after several decades of the war, we um, evolved and we were actually the ones who did the peace
Can,
deals of the world and
can
united
you
it.
just get a bit closer to the mic? You're cutting out a bit. Maybe? If you
Okay.
continue.
Okay, is this better now?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay. So back to what part did I miss?
There wasn't any nuclear detonations, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't any nuclear detonations, but there was still widespread bombings upon civilians and everything. This caused mi- millennia of progression of humanity and its population. It stepped back for decades, and the strive to win the war age of genetically modified humans, otherwise known as Estronians. Made our intelligence and strength was a key factor into this. But as decades passed, we decided, well, the Estonians started to put in more, started to explore more traditions, and we were actually the ones who delegated the peace deals between all the nations on the original planet of Rose. And yes, it wasn't the humans, it was the Estonians. And who pretty much helped with the booming population of getting everything started back on Earth. We were actually going faster than the humans thought we would, and we were actually on track to becoming one of the majority species on the planet. Unfortunately, we have no idea, we have no clue, nor any leads to why they decided to make the decision. But they have decided to, but the governments of the world, despite us literally giving peace upon their land for generations to come, and extra sciences, they decided to commit extreme prejudice and genocide on the Estonian people. And this, and we don't know why still, as I said before, but they did extreme propaganda and made
Situation
Estonians
log updated.
not exist in humanity. We were, it was like we were treated like fools and were ultimately supposed to end out in an endless void of history. Unfortunately, the humans were very arrogant and not so intelligent on their ways of doing this. We were able to hide within the depths of asteroids and the outer reaches of the solar system of Rose. And and after several decades of slowly gathering strength and technological advances, we were able to strike back against our oppressors. And my mother, Astronomus, was one of the main reasons as to why we won. Her intelligence in the battlefield, as well as her, as well as her
Station under attack.
intelligence in terms of economy and everything else, made her a great leader all around. Unfortunately, she was originally one of those Estonians that was in extermination camps. But despite this, she still led our people to victory in almost all major battles throughout the war. And eventually, when we reached onto the planet of Rose, um, of course, Empress Astronomus was winning every battle, even though the humans had an abnormal advantage in terms of numbers and strength. We still don't know how, but the humans was able to come up with a device to blow up homeworld, uh, the homeworld Rose. And when they decided that that somehow, in some way, that humans was going to be exterminated with the Estonians, despite Empress Estonia helping out humans, civilians, and everybody and everything else, the governments decided to destroy the planet and try to wipe both of us out in the history books as nothing more of a dust. But fortunately, wait, there you go.
Yeah, I was going to say, so might not make for the best relations with the Arcanist of Man to your north then.
Doesn't. It, it, I would try to say that I would like, I don't know how to say this, but we are still suffering from the said our homeworld being blown up as well as the genocide as well. We're still struggling in terms of the economy, even after almost in almost 75 years since the war has ended, and the scars are still there. And we don't want any vulnerabilities or any chance of the extermination of our ideas, of our people happening again. And so if we see the sight of any humanoid, specifically humans, we do not like them immediately, and it's for good reason.
Okay. In other news, I've noticed you found your self a little pocket over in the west for yourself.
Yes. Oh. Oh yes. Fortunately, we were able to go with some advanced wormhole technology, which we were able to travel against one side of the galaxy to the other. This actually helps our economic position in the galaxy, as we are no longer really trapped in one side of the galaxy between the Arcanist Man.
Well, thank you for joining us on the Galactic News Network, and congratulations again on your recent coronation ceremony. We'll be going back to the rest of the galaxy for now.
Have a good day.
You too. Okay. So, that was the Australian history there. So yeah, Arcanist of Man is just not in a great spot. Against the Australians, he disliked them on one side, and against the Shards on the other side, who've already attacked their crew. And also even the Dream of Silent Screen is just one system away from them. Which type of fuels are they? They are authoritarian, militarist, and spiritualist. Okay. And we've got a raiding fleet there.
Science ship under attack.
Which it seems like they have no chance of really fighting. So they are just going to hide their fleets. I wonder who that could have been. Pull up their contacts, you can see who has them rivaled. I think, yeah. So that could be the Shard, or I think more likely the Stronians, considering everything really. Considering how they feel about the Arcanist man. Yeah. So yeah, the raiding fleet's just gonna be fighting through the stars, it seems. And I think I'm just taking some props. But nothing, no real big issue there. Empty star base, interesting. Now I'm wondering what that plan will be maybe a secondary checkpoint to fall back on. Yeah. Oh, registered Vex offended last stand commences. What is that about? Which one is that? That is. Yeah. Let's go check that out. Ooh, and almost finished buzzwords. Yeah, that's going to pass. Who's opposing it, actually? Tyranny. Possibly is the immediately divine mandate.
Situation log updated.
Maybe had fleets passing through or something. I'm not sure what that's about. But yes, if we go back to the registered Vex offenders, if I can find them, there we are. Heaven's War. See a damaged fleet here. No clue what that's about. Ooh. We've got Spectre here. Spectral Wraith. Yeah, laser weapons and regenerative pod tissues. Ooh. And it seems to be coming this way. See if we can have an interview with him. Let's see if I can find him first. Heaven's War. Let's look here. Heaven's Ward is possible. So let's see if we can go. So we sent one of our reporters to Heaven's Ward to see if we can secure an interview with one of the government representatives. Seems that they're sending ships to repair. It seems like it's come through the space here, destroying their systems. It seems like they're busy dealing with it though at the moment. Where has it gone? Here it is. That is certainly an interesting path it's taken. Ooh, Cosmic Singularity Echelon might even feel some of its impact. We'll see if we can get what information we can from them. While we won't be able to have a direct interview, we might be able to get some reports out from them. Ooh, a war is going to happen real soon. It seems if it seems that the divine mandate of a machine goddess does not know about secrecy and is just revealing their intentions to the galaxy. So yeah, I'm not sure if you saw it there, but it seems that it came from Mesa, or however you pronounce the system. The Wraith. Wonder why it's aiming to go here though. I don't know much about it, I'll be honest. Yeah. It's just cutting right through their space though. Ooh, and that's gonna be an expensive loss in Argus. So it might not actually engage here. Ooh. Actually.
Situation log updated.
Ah, okay, so it's a commerce exchange, that's why we've got the 11k station there. That makes sense. It shouldn't engage, it should be far enough away, but it doesn't need to engage. But that would be interesting to say the least. And yeah, the Cosmic Singularity Echelon might blame Heaven's Ward for unleashing this space creature on them. And it's actually gonna come up through the Carnage, who's been hit on all sides already, is gonna be hit again, it seems. Where is it? Yeah. Dealing with more low stability, no jobs, no amenities. That's gotta hurt. Making a 2/3 of me. Although it is just administrative bot, so that should be fine actually. Robot assembly less so. A few farmers making less work, but yeah, bureaucrats will be making the exact same amount of work no matter how unhappy they are. But it would be an issue if they had a revolt. And they have the robot assembly plant here, costing them 5 energy a month, but they aren't actually making any robots, so they're barely doing that. They've unassigned. No? Oh! Ah! Slaves, that's why. They can't actually work there. Ah! That makes sense. So that's why they're having issues with that. Let's see if we can have a quick interview with Son of Reverence about their enclave over there. Yeah. I just sent a message. So yes, hello.
Hi there, you wanted an interview.
Yes, I'll just boost your volume quickly. But yes, I noticed that you've got a small little enclave
Situation
about
log updated.
half a galaxy away. Any particular reason for that? I'm guessing you bought it off of the United Colonies of Man.
We did, it was a purchase agreed with them. As you know, the Song of Reverence is bordering two neighbours that could be potentially quite belligerent in the future. The Dream of Silent Screams and the Shard Remnant. The system we bought is a safeguard. In the event that all-out war causes Song space to collapse, we have somewhere to evacuate to.
I see, I see. So I'm guessing that you're building habitat? Yes, you are.
A trading super system.
So what does United Colonies of Man get out of this deal?
The Colonies of Man are long-time trading partners of Song of Reverence, and we're more than happy to accommodate Song trading systems close to theirs. They even offered to pay part of the cost of building the habitats so close to their space.
See. And yes, we have also heard in the Galaxy chat that, quote, a war is going to happen real soon. This was declared by one of your neighbours. What are your thoughts on that matter?
Our thoughts are that we believe that the tyranny of Fyric Barker or the Tuscany Incarnate are going to be attacked by a combined force from the newly formed Federation.
I see. Any concern that they might be directing their ambitions your way?
They are welcome to try. We don't have concerns. Our fleets currently massively outpower theirs. They'd be foolish to try anything.
Yeah, it's just a point since they do have a competing trade megacore, and you are, compared to them at least, relatively cut off from the rest of your allies.
This is true, and it's one of the reasons that the Song of Reverence maintains such a large military.
See. Yeah, that was most of what I wanted to cover. Oh, I actually clicked that event off before I should have. Did you see who it was that got the
I
silence?
clicked it away.
I clicked it away and then thought, wait, I should probably check who that was.
That'll be interview material.
Well, we'll just pretend that never happened. So yes, you expect that it might be the Carnate that's attacked again, having already been attacked twice now.
Yes, we believe this to be true. The other Federation, newly formed Federation, remind me of their name now.
It is the Galactic Progress Alliance.
Progress Alliance. That's exactly the kind of tactic that they'd employ, kicking someone when they're already weak. We've already warned the Tuscany Incarnate, and they've reinforced systems that border on the belligerents.
Interesting. Noticed earlier as well that you mentioned to, quote, leave immediately Divine Mandate. What was that about?
A Divine Mandate fleet moved through Song space. We believed it to be on its way to attack the tyranny of Fyric Barker, but in a surprising turn of events, they moved back into their own system via Nishpan. They're now holding in Nishpan.
I see. So they came from the south, I'm guessing, through Volmar, then up through the north, and then back into their own space?
Correct.
Interesting. It's not usual that you have military what are they called? Military operations going through other nations' space without asking their permission. hopefully they will remedy that in future.
They, in an effort to try and placate us, they sent us an offer of a one-time payment of 10 credits for the passage.
I see, a whole 10 energy credits.
A whole 10 credits. This was summarily laughed at and declined.
Of course. Really, it needs to be at least what? 11 credits?
20 at least.
Ah, yes, 20. Um, so, yeah. I'm guessing you
You'll
don't
notice that the first habitat in Samnivik is nearing construction, and the options for a Quinlan evacuation are already available.
Situation log updated.
see. So you're building it on top of volatile motes deposit?
Exactly. It was known that the volatile motes would be much better used with a station orbiting the world that it contains, and an agreement has been made to send back motes to the host system of the United Colonies of Man.
See. Yeah. So, with that, I'm guessing you're going to send the colony ship from the station, right?
It's already under construction.
Nice. So I'm guessing you just bought the system and then built up the shipyard there and have constructed everything from that station. You haven't moved anything across.
Oh no, moving things across that distance would take quite a while. The citizens that are being moved into living there are volunteers from some trading ships that happen to be in the area.
Let's see.
As GNN, you must be aware of the military movements inside the borders of the members of the Progress Alliance that is entirely transparent to my commercial forums. That gives me full visibility of what they're doing. They believe they're being sly.
Situation log updated.
Let's see. Well, looking from your perspective, I actually don't see any fleets, really, apart from the one north that you've mentioned.
The one in Nishpan, and some moved recently within detection range within Shay's borders that have now moved out.
Ah. Well, I see that they have the bubbles, but yes, there have been a few bubbles around.
You may also notice the adherents of the goddess fleets moving in to defend Jebin's maelstrom.
Situation log updated.
Yes. So I've noticed as well that you have a association status with the Tyranny.
That's correct.
Yeah. So any plans? What are your plans with them going forwards?
Immediately no. The association status was born out of similar ethics and ideas. They were horrified to learn that of the declining birth rates
Situation
caused
log
by slug
updated.
LSS technology.
Yeah, so you've still been unable to trace back the origins of that specifically, although we have had a group from where was it now? A group of bastard doctors claiming responsibility for reporting some of the relevant data in the study.
The truth will come out in time. You'll notice that the Renegade Trading Corporation has already lost 3 partners.
Slug Labor Limited? That's who you're talking about?
The Astronian Empire and the Arcanate of Man and the Tyranny of Ferric Barker have all abandoned their trading agreements with the Slug Trading Corporation.
I see. So definitely confidence falling in their products.
It appears so.
Well, we'll see what they'll do to try to regain some of their brand identity. But I think if that's all we'll have time for, we might come back to you later if anything else occurs. But yeah, it's been a pleasure having you on our Galactic News Network.
It's been a pleasure. And don't forget to attend song choirs.
Of course. We'll broadcast them to us telepathically and we'll be sure to attend.
Excellent. Now, I have to go. I have blustering and posturing to do.
As one does. Okay, so since then, the Dream of Silent Screams have found the Voltorm home system. Let's see where it is. Ah, right, because it's already been taken. So they won't be able to get it, unfortunately for them. Voltorm. Okay. Let me just check. They give the reality purification relic. So passively that gives them less pops menacing usage, 10% less, and they can activate A1 embraces cybernetics, which just looks interesting. I will be coming back to that, but yes, they'll get a random combat modifier for 12 months, giving either armor hit points, shield points, ship hull points, or 40% ship weapons damage. All of them are 40%. So that lasts for a year for 150 influence. Yes, so the Wraith, which we covered earlier, has been defeated by First Colony with a lot of help coming from the Enclave. So it didn't end up actually being able to attack into the Carnate space, which would have been yet another there is another ward here.
Situation log updated.
Or is this still the same ongoing one? No, it seems to be a new one. Alpha resistance against Shard. Oh, interesting. So we're taking this one system here, cutting off the Shard from their megastructure. Shard don't seem to have much in terms of fleets this way. Their fleets are all back their home base. Not upgrading, not really doing anything actually. Perhaps feeling like they won't get there in time, but they seem like they should be strong enough to fight the Corvette fleet. Especially if, yep, they do have level 2 hangars. Going for a mostly shield-based design, but
Situation log updated.
more cybernetics, I'll get back to them. And yeah, the coal gun will be good against the heavy shields. Interesting. So, let's see. Slug labor. So yeah, Slug labor has gone cybernetics, as have the Carnates. Interesting. So, according to the Alpha Remnant, they've discovered a rogue entity of existence that's similar to them, so-called Alpha. This is the Alpha existence, rather. So, saying that their existence has devastating implications, and that their lithoid structure is similar to theirs. However, they've mutated beyond recognition. It seems they possess various flaws within their lithoid DNA that cause them to fuel hunger. This rampant hunger leads them to self-destructive and inefficient actions. So this is a critical obstacle that must be corrected to preserve the smooth implementation of Tier 1 strategic goals. They are planning to establish a foothold into Shah-controlled space, taking 3 border territories, and set up for further incursions. Interesting. Oh. And apparently Veluskia's children have received a artifact from the Khanate. And the Khanate is having to use hotspot, so that might be why they're having issues. And the Blessed Concord have apparently got a nanite ship. Since there
Situation log updated.
doesn't seem... yeah, this station will be enough to hold them off. With an extra little fleet there. That is a colony that they're currently orbiting there. Let's see. Do they have
Situation
any...
log updated.
They do not have any armies in the area. But who knows? Shard Remnant also has 3 systems. Yeah. Seems like they might go there. Nope, they're not expanding this way, it seems. Might feel that it's a bit too much to take this system on top of everything else. But yeah, their main fleet is still up here. Doesn't seem like they... yeah, upgrading. Doesn't seem like they intend on pushing back the Alpha existence, at least at the moment. Although only 4% war exhaustion, so there's plenty of war to go. So, despite having the smaller fleet, they do have more economic power, presumably, which is putting them higher up on the scoreboard. Now, if we go to the Blessed Concord, have a look
Situation
at
log
that ship they were
updated.
talking about. How the ship is by itself is... Yep, the Nanites Interdictor, which is by itself basically larger than the rest of their fleet put together. More than twice. Oh, that's certainly always fun to pick up. How much ship is it? It's Hangar. Ooh, Chillax have unlocked psionic abilities. Let's see. So I know that the Silent Screams have got some RP for all the full psionics, so I'll just send them a note about that. So yeah, I'll go through the list, see what everyone's doing on science, and also try to find the people who are psychic. Oh, we found who the other person which I missed earlier is. Oh, well, they're here. The Titian holding.
Situation log
Okay, so
updated.
they're currently AI. I think they'll have to hot join again. So yeah, they said that they lost power earlier. That is unfortunate for them. And they are having issues. Ooh, they're simulating. Okay. So they have some message. I will look to have an interview with Blessed Concord and Petitions. So the Australians have expanded out their little foothold here. Yeah. Basically got free access. Shared with United Cardew Republic here. Cutting them off potentially from this section here. Yep. You can see it right now. Yeah, so this whole section here is basically split between Slug Labour, United Cardew Republic, and the Australian Empire. I wonder if they've spotted the Australians making headways. They have. I'm guessing as have Slugs. Ooh, it's a subsidiary here.
Situation log updated.
Yes. So they might be starting a bit of a rush to get some of these systems under their own control. United Cardew Republic has already surveyed them, but yep, they are sending their construction ship over. So when we were talking earlier about the relic, it seems that they gave the Omnicodex. Currently waiting for the Reddit Shield, which will just increase ship upkeep with a very small increased actual naval capacity. Honestly, it does more harm than good. Ooh, Galactic Council is probably next. That'll be interesting, especially seeing everyone have a mad rush to get some more Diplo weights to be on the council. Definitely see a few front runners here though. A few people that are quite close in terms of weight. Major colonies of Manvo being often the lead, followed by Slug Labour, and then Song of Reverence. And we might see people pop more envoys in last minute. Oh, okay, welcome both the Phoenician Holy Kingdom and the Blessed Concord. So yeah, we'd like to congratulate you on achieving telepathy.
Thank you.
Oh,
It's
thank
a
you.
very
Yes, it
big
was.
accomplishment for
Oh.
our people.
Yes.
I'm sure you understand that as a Galactic News Network, that would be quite the useful tool for us to have to broadcast to the whole galaxy. In any case, how did you achieve this accomplishment?
Faith in the gods and the divine in general.
For us in specifically, it was looking at the ancient relics of the Zroni, as well as some old shrines we found floating around.
So the Zeroni inhabited your territory. It would have been a great boon to our society had we been able to study those relics of the past as well. Unfortunately, we're only left to study what we can of the fallen empire near our territory from afar.
True.
So how did it feel to first unlock your telepathy?
It's hard to describe exactly. It's like unlocking a sixth sense that you didn't know you had. But once you did, it feels like it's always been a part of you. And it just feels right. Is the best word to describe that.
Yes, I concur.
We've heard some reports that might have been some like background noise in your telepathy, though.
Ah, yes, that. It was rough the first few months, we'll just say, but thanks to the dedicated efforts of our society and the development of, let's say, a form of science in seeing which prayers, holy artifacts, etc., actually work against that, things have mostly calmed down after a generation passed or so.
See.
Yeah, if you're talking about the screams, I think that's what you're talking about, then yeah, it's just something that our people had to get acclimated to. Something that you kind of focus out most of the time.
So just regular kind of, in a way, kind of like the city life, just in the background, you just tune it out? Just
Yeah,
part of
there
everyday
are
life?
those with weak minds that fail to, and they have to be dealt with appropriately. But most of the population can tune it out, and they benefit from the psionic connection they have.
Yes.
I see.
Indeed, thanks to our efforts, we managed to reduce the background noise to like that of a far-off conversation, and many of our people now sleep listening to podcasts or other white noise, which thankfully can distract them.
I see. That's certainly an interesting way of dealing with the issue. Would it be possible for either of you to take on some of our reporters that we'd like to deal with? I mean, train?
Depends on what all that entails, but tentatively, yes.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
We'd be glad to meet with others.
Well, we hope that this partnership can be mutually beneficial in the future, that we can deliver our news reports directly to your citizens' minds. So yes, thank you very much for joining us here at
Brains?
the Galactic News Network, and you are out of sync,
Dang it.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I may or may not have been doing some excavation. Hold on. Give me a second to jump back into the main chat.
Right, yes.
Yeah, I guess we should head back.
Yep, okay. Yeah. So that happened. Unfortunately. Yeah, it does seem to be an issue with this archaeology site in multiplayer. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was told about it last session, and I think I passed it on, but easily forgettable. Paradox 60 games. In any case, let's see. So I did notice that this war ended, and they did just settle on these three systems. I think the Shadowrun made no effort to actually move their main fleet down, so that's fine. They're spying on the Arcanist of Man. sabotaging Starbase. Ah! That might be why they're just keeping their fleets up here. Ooh! Ooh hoo hoo! That seems like war is about to occur. Yeah, most people seem to be in the main chat rather than normal splitting it up. And we are paused. I kind of didn't notice that. Seems that there's
Situation log
apparently
updated.
they're still level 1. Oh, I think because they invited the subsidiary in rather than keeping the subject out, it reset their cohesion, so they're back down to 15 cohesion. So they have not been gaining XP as fast as they normally would have, which is unfortunate for them. And we are getting hot join. It seems, I'm guessing, that the Carnate is rejoining. So yeah, the Total Justice. I seem to remember them having one of the larger fleets. I keep meaning to go through the science at all, and I never do. Yeah, having one of the larger fleets in the galaxy, still having plenty of naval capacity. For some reason, wanting to go for the Ready Shield. The only real use of Ready Shield, to be honest, is getting this, so you can have just like an extra war goal against people who are in breach of Galactic Law. If you want to go for that, or having preemptive war goal. And increasing your diplo weight from fleet power, I guess. I mean, I guess that's why we want to do it with the 5k fleet power. But yes, that will increase the extra cost. Yeah, because of the navy upkeep. But it is what it is. Yeah, we've got 11 anchorages, despite not really needing the extra capacity from them. So well. They are supremacists, so which increases it a bit as well, but probably to increase their diplo weight also. Yeah. So the current front runners again for the Galactic Council will be United Colonies of Man, Slug Labour, and Song of Reverence. And yep, all three are voting as hubs. Surprise, surprise. So the adherents of the goddess have the last bowl specimen, which, if I remember right, allows you to transform a world into a Gaia world. I remember getting it as a machine empire and not being all that happy about it. But it is what it is. It does also give you 10% pop growth speed, and 10% society research if you're a machine empire. Yeah, and the active ability is the nubile life-stealing decision, which will transform a planet into a Gaia world. So that's what I got from that. Interesting how. Right, that is the system. The home system at Shay just unlocked, I guess. So what's that?
Situation log updated.
Not yet. Seem to be holding it for a bit.
Situation log updated.
Arcanist Man is losing intel on shards, but they can see the fleets on the border there. They must be wondering whether it's for them or for the silent screams. But considering that we've got this ready to go sabotage starbase on Arcanist Man, presumably it's going to be against them. Now, what that does, from what I've heard at least, is that it disables a module at random on the starbase. Building another hangar bay. So yeah, there's more no defensive platforms, kind of as expected. But they are building up stronger, expecting to see, and they can see that it's right on the edge here. So yes, that does give away who it's against. Yeah. So with the sabotage, they might be able to bring it down enough to actually attack. Just wondering. So yeah, there's still 2 hours left of the session, so I don't mind looking into what kind of war philosophy, not war philosophy. Okay, they don't seem to have supremacy finished. Yes. So they don't have access to the war doctrines policies. Got an empty assumption perk as well. Ooh. Something's happening? No, never mind. Okay. Although it is effectively paused. We've got a few people perhaps behind. No? Could have sworn the Enigma cache was already there, or was it the science ship that moved it? It's the science ship that just moved it. That's what moved it. Okay. Yeah, so with their fleets and the station, they probably, they almost definitely have enough to defend. Okay, so if I look at it from Shard's point of view, what do they see of the station? Now they can't look up ship details. That's right. Still getting used to the new intel mechanics. So yeah, Shard can't see all that much of the galaxy. Seeing where people are, and seeing this one system of the Song of Reverence. Interesting enough, despite not being able to see most of the rest of the Song of Reverence systems. And generally being able to see where some nations are, but not actually able to see any of their space. Yeah, able to see some of the trains systems. Not much detail, partially because of the nebula. So yeah, they don't actually have much intel of the silent screams in space at all. Meanwhile, they can see Earth. And I think that's actually it in terms of their colonies, we can see. Yeah, because the again because of nebula locking stuff. Commerce there. There. Nothing there, of course. No other colonies, so they can only see one colony of theirs. They actually. So that is interesting. That shouldn't be the case, but it seems like you can see which planets have habitats and even what level habitats they are, even if you don't have intel, just low intel in the system. That might be a bug. That might just be spectator. So yeah, I'm guessing this is going to pass. The only ones who are against it are the Star Alliance. So let's just quickly go through research.
Situation log
600.
updated.
Also nearly up to 600.
Situation log updated.
Some of the people that really rushed towards the 300 cap in the first session, surprisingly they're not all the way up at 600 yet. They're up at 600 though.
Situation log updated.
Still
Situation log
a couple of
updated.
people who are below 300.
Situation log updated. Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
Just barely above 300. Yep.
Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
Yep, everyone seems to be keeping within the required amounts.
Situation log
Arcanist Man,
updated.
they have gone AI. Subsidiary. And I'm guessing it's because they're AI, but they have full view. Let me just check what their overlords
Situation
see.
log updated.
So yeah, they can see stuff that their overlords can't. I'm guessing it's because they're
Situation log updated.
they started off as AI. Ooh, does that mean yes, they have been reincorporated into the Blessed Concord? The adherents have restored sacrifice. Let's see where it is. It's now a Gaia world. And I'm guessing that they're not. Yep, they've got a tomb world preference, and they've now got a Gaia world capital. So they've restored their home to its past glory, it seems. That's what they're trying to say. And they are surveying Gruno. So if we've got tomb world preference, that's actually quite nice that they've got the bow. So we've got some extra mate harvesting. Yeah. Let's go and metal bone yards. There is, that doesn't quite match up. Oh, times 2, okay. So an extra 20% society research from jobs from that. Radiation value. Yeah. That's just giving extra generated districts. I don't know why it's having it as a special feature. impact crater, giving more movements. Yeah, so that is quite a nice mineral world in any case, or it could be an industrial world. Yeah. And we see the most important, the most powerful systems here. Ooh. In any case, let's go back to galaxies about now. Seems like Dream is having a look up north, surveying systems. We've got a hostile fleet. Organics will bring through. Just an amoeba swarm. They almost definitely have a fleet that could deal with him. Whether or not they want to actually deal with him is another matter. But yep, just steadily filling out all their space and all of their planets everywhere. Oh. If they get to the point where they can form the crisis, they're going to be terrifying. Controlling what? I'd say maybe a 10th? Probably more than a 16th of the galaxy. Like, not necessarily what they have so far, but like all the extra space which they can control. Because there's like more systems here that they haven't claimed. Up here as well. And all of this. A couple of systems here and there. But also in terms of gateways, they've got. Let's see. How many gateways do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 gateways, and 1, 2, 3 L gates. And I think I might have heard something about already having all the necessary. Oh, yeah, one L gate inside left. I need, and guessing that they could perhaps get it through relics. Not quite actually. Okay. She reminded me of something. I wonder how. Oh, that's interesting. But in any case, it seems like the Cosmic Singularity Echelon is
Situation log
in the
updated.
lead in terms of victory score. Because of relics, mostly. I'm guessing most of the people who have
Situation
leads
log
here are
updated.
from having relics. However, Phoeticians, if you don't take into account 5,000 for relics, which some of the others have, Phoeticians would be in the lead. Which makes sense, because they are quite strong and powerful here. And yeah, having one of the more powerful empires. And one of the more powerful navies as well.
Situation
Cosmic
log
Singularity
updated.
is indeed, it does have the strongest. Don't really seem to be wanting to attack people so much at the moment. Ooh,
Situation log updated.
what happened here? That used to be Cosmic Singularity. I'll send them a quick message asking about that. Yeah. It would be nice to have someone else to be able to just do that for me, but since I'm just a one-person team, I will have to do it myself. So Psycho playing. So, no one is at war at the moment. Let's see.
Situation log updated.
They've brought their fleets back, probably realizing that, well, they can't see the fleet here. They see that it's an inferior fleet. Realizing that with the 5K station there, they probably won't be able to take it. Ah, okay. So they... So what I've heard, you might have seen it on screen, I'm not sure if that records it. Yeah.
Situation log updated.
They upgraded the people of Heaven's Ward and returned their colony. Ah, okay. So... Not entirely sure, but it seems like they made them cybernetic.
Situation log updated.
Firstly, it's been discovered. What's the Pen Habanis, that's right. Server. Ooh. Lucy's children found it, however there is a possibility that it could be sniped.
Situation log updated.
You can see there is a construction ship, but they don't have the side ship anywhere nearby to actually know anything about it. Presumably just coming here to get the physics research. Switch to Lucy's children. They have set to explore that.
Situation log updated.
Interesting. Research. They have that's their own science ship. So yeah, it looks like it will be happily going to Lucy's children. That will be another point that they have to defend though. About the black hole, giving them the disengage chance reduction. So,
situation log updated.
That's interesting. Now, why would you be building an army if you didn't like preparing for war? Are they building more armies? They are. Building slug armies even. Interesting. Now, they've got a border here with Alpha Existence, they've got a border with Silent Screams. They could bring their fleets up through the Tyranny, which they're friendly with. However, they can't direct. Oh, my guess they can't because they can't get access through the Militarian Star Alliance. So, the other alternative is the Galactic Progress Alliance. However, with 3 of their members like, very close together, meanwhile, you wouldn't be able to get much. Well, I said 3 of their members. Really, it's 3 of their members here. Can the slugs
Situation log updated.
get there through? They can.
Situation log updated.
That so I do believe that this is the slug label limited population. Yeah. Ultra slugs, although I think these are just slugs which they're training up. Interesting. This could create some interesting dynamics where they're training up not their own people to fight, but specifically getting another people to fight, like somewhat your competition. In fact, your rivals. I wonder how they got their hands on their hops then. Do I read that right? It's for slugs. Have people put over them favors? Interesting.
Situation log updated.
So still only those federations. Might be seeing some more next session. People still need to improve their own relations. But yeah. Making quite a bit of energy from branch officers. Specifically nearly 400 compared to slug labels. How much are they making? 260. It's not quite as much. 17 branch officers versus
Situation log updated.
15 as well. So some governments definitely seems to be going for higher quality branch officers. So yeah, it is 58. The Khan could spawn at any time, but it hasn't yet. And yes, we are voting to form the Galactic Council. Just a subsidiary, and the Great Sordorian Empire stuck in the corner, voting against it. Where is slug labor limited? This. So yeah, I was thinking if they're voting for it, yeah, they would be, wouldn't it? Since they're... Ooh, someone else is actually jumping ahead though. It is a bit early though to show your hand on how much diplomat you can put together, because even after it passes there's a time period before you get the elections. I have made that mistake before. This is definitely interesting though. Let's see my details. Just for ship time.
Situation log updated.
just slow down. Ooh. Where was that? Not there. Not there. Ooh. Which now does open it up for them. Let's see if we can get a interview of United Colonies of Man. Oh, something happened? Silent potential and promiscuous children. Okay. So yeah, I do believe each station which you destroy has a chance, like a 10% chance or something to use spawn become. So, and it has a chance to completely backfire on them. Yeah, seems that they were able to actually fight back. Wonder if they had any help. Yeah, Slug Labor, since they've sent fleets, and they do have quite a large fleet of their own. Ooh, that puts them well in the lead for fleet power. I did not notice them building that up. We've got the prison home system here. That's less of an issue as the marauders blocking them off from here. Although they will have to rush to get there before the Australians cut them off. So it seems they're just preparing all their fleets again. So they've got one ship here. Oh.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome, United Colonies of Man representative.
Hi.
So, congratulations on pushing back the Marauder fleet.
Thank you. It wasn't done alone though. I got some help.
Well, congratulations either way. It's definitely an undertaking. So, yeah, now you've actually freed up that pathway, allowing you to expand.
Allowed me to expand north and be able to make contact with Christian.
Yeah.
Or the Slug Labor.
So, yeah, I presume they were the other side helping you take on the Kanthari freebooters.
Oh, war just broke out.
Ooh, so it has. I will get to them soon. I'll just try to wrap this up quickly. So, were there any worries attacking into the Marauder space fair?
Like
Were you
worries
fairly
before I
confident?
attacked them, or worries afterwards?
Before and during? Or were you fairly confident in it? Or...
I was fairly confident. I had like massive fleets that were like very equal to like all the stations and fleets that were combined there.
Colony established.
Were there any worries that they might try to fight back against you and rally together?
Well, actually, the freebooters, the Marauders themselves don't actually fight back if you invade their... Well, I mean, they fight back in the system directly, but they don't send in reinforcements, so...
Yes. I do believe it has a chance to spawn with Khan, which is what I was referencing.
Yeah, oh yeah, that too, but if that's the main issue with everyone, then I still have all the fleets, and I'm still able to produce a whole lot more ships, so I could actually I could finish off the rest of them. If I were to... Oh. Oh, my ally just got declared war on. Oh god.
Yeah. Ally? Interesting. Yeah, in terms of, as well, now that you've actually opened up this pocket of stars for the first time, congratulations again on doing that, but I noticed that you can see that there is another border to the south there. Are you worried that they might cut off your access again? And if they do, what would your planned actions be?
Like the Asharnian Empire? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, you can indeed see them. Despite not being able to see the star systems, you can see the border and the empty space between.
Yeah, I can see them slightly. He's also getting threatened too by like the other neighboring empires as well, so if he were to go too far with it, we could do a joint initiative if we need to.
Okay. Well, on the other hand, I'm sure since you're able to take up the Marauders, you won't really have much issue with most people.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations again, building up quite a power base from just your small, isolated area.
Thank you very much. I leave now?
Yeah. Want to?
Alright. Farewell and have a good day.
Thank you for joining us. So, Warver.
Situation log
Let's see.
updated.
So yeah, they've attacked into here. Keeping the... I think probably still building up their armies. Yeah. So, ironically, they'll be invading the Divine Mandated Machine Goddess with armies made from their allies' populace. That's certainly interesting, how they've got the... I wonder if that's intentional or if it's just auto-exploring. Yeah, it's just auto-exploring. Oh dear. It doesn't seem to be going all that well for them. For the Divine Mandate of Machine Goddess going... Oh, there's war happening, Shay. Pay attention. We are going to die. What? I am going to die. Definitely instilling confidence in their populace. Let's go into watch here. Oh, and it's moving. Just to... No, Artemis system. Never mind. Nothing actually interesting.
Updated.
So we've got a small navy here. Small, everything small compared to what we just saw. The Overgoddess goddesses love that. Your fleets give me money. Slugs. Oh dear. So what's the response been from the other side? Their fleets are moving. That seems to be all the fleets except from Bubbles. As for the slugs, do they even have much in terms of fleets? It seems not. Oh, they've got 2 fleets actually. So yeah, this was probably in the Marauder subjugation fleet, as was this one. So they are weakened and quite distant from their allies right now. So they will mostly seems like it's a Divine Mandate going by themselves, and actually, nope, they are retreating. Ooh, will they retreat in time though? Because he isn't actually jumping away, just moving to the... They are jumping... No, still not jumping away. No, they are, never mind. It's just I wasn't expecting the jump point to be there. Okay. Oh, and it's just colonizing in progress. Interesting. So that will make things easier for the Song of Reverence. Since it's still border skirmishes, this is probably the choke point they're going to be going for. This will just be a meaningless system which they can pick up next session, or if there's enough time. Possibly expanding into here as well if they take another war, and you are sending a cruiser to its death. Oh. Cruiser's kind of gone. Oh, that's probably not a good idea. Let's just go away. Let's away. So
Situation log updated.
again, because it's not a total war empire, I say it again. It's literally the first time I'm saying it. They might only have the
Situation
systems they
log
want
updated.
claimed. Yeah, so no claims. What kind of war is it? Federation? Will be war goals. It won't tell me. That's certainly great. I'll see if I can join them to find out.
Just sit.
Hello, Galactic News Network here.
Hello.
Hello.
As
Hello.
observer, it
Hey.
won't actually tell me what the war goal is.
We are fighting a war of ideology. By the time we're through with these Felnal, they will return to the religious fold.
Yes.
And we are, and the tyranny is joining in their endeavor with the hope of additionally expropriating the slug labor limiteds unholy branch offices.
Ah, I see. Yes.
And you can quote me on that.
I'll be sure to include it in the report.
Situation log
Also,
updated.
I've noticed, in somewhat of an ironic twist, the divine mandate of machine goddesses planets will be invaded by armies of slugmen.
This is true. The slugs have had a change of heart. They now understand that the goddess is the correct way forward.
The goddess has always been the correct way forward.
I see.
It may also be apparent to you that the raiders have been hired by our empire to assault the Federation.
Huh. I hadn't seen that, but yes, that makes sense.
Are you guys playing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's a campaign.
one other question I was going to have. How did you manage to get the slug people in the first place?
With a migration treaty.
They came to us willingly.
Interesting. Okay. Relations have obviously crumbled since then.
Interesting.
Ooh.
By the fact
What's
that you're at war
this?
with them.
The Shard declared war on us.
Oh.
Where is the shard? Oh, they're.
Oh.
Okay. Are they
Situation
bordering the Song of
updated.
Reverence?
I think
They
they
are
might
not.
have a wormhole. They have a wormhole.
Oh.
That was not part of the plan.
Ooh, not to the Song of Reverence.
Oh, does that mean that they're gonna?
I'm going to have to bug out because I have 8k of shard fleets in my territory.
Understood. It seems like the Slug people haven't really had much to do anyway, so please protect your borders first and foremost. We wish you well in these endeavors.
That is a pretty scary fleet the Shard has.
Yes. Luckily, it's oh bugger! It's exactly where I don't want them to be.
Oh shit!
Yes.
No, the slugs are moving in a 5K fleet
Situation
down
log
here.
updated.
I'm not sure if my Barca fleets can take them on their own.
We will not get to the shard before the shard do the damage, so we're going to stand with you.
The Glowlinda Starfleet will be remembered in the annals of our deepest history. We'll actually write that down. I'll probably actually make some more out of it.
The Marauders are moving through to their space now.
Okay. Well, I will pop off for now. I might be back later. Yes, I am looking forward to more wars.
That's the spirit.
Good, good.
Okay. Well, seems like they've built up some more fleets here. Possibly having retaken this. It does seem like they do have a slightly stronger fleet here. I'm not sure if the Song of Reverence has
Situation
more
log updated.
fleets sitting around anywhere. But yeah, maybe they've taken some losses attacking. They are retreating their fleets out. But yeah, that is quite a strong fleet they pulled out. Oh, what? They've hired a raider fleet. That would explain it to turn around. Ooh, and yes, because it's the Shard, it is a total war. So they are just going to take whatever they want, and this is a real messy set of hyperlanes. Oh, don't want to look at that. No, look over here. Look at war stuff happening here. Anyone? They are jumping in some ships. So I think they expected them to retreat and thought that they could just take the station by itself. But they will be taken down piecemeal. They are offering peace. Let's see how they take it. Throwing another cruiser away into a void. But they are sending in more fleets now. And they do seem to want to retreat, although they did get engaged. So maybe it was a strategy. Oh no, they aren't actually engaged yet. Only the outpost is. Yes, perhaps it was a strategic attempt. So I don't think that the slugs actually invaded any worlds, unfortunately. No incidents there. Which is a pity. But well. Let's see. Nothing going on really on this front. Ooh, there's another war over here. Star Alliance. See, what are they doing? Their fleets. They are moving to reinforce the slug labor. against specifically the Tyranny. But their fleets aren't in position yet. I think normally you'd wait. Ooh. Got an extra destroyer here. It's by itself, interesting. Wonder what it's doing over here, but in any case, yeah. So they're moving to reinforce, and we've got the slug fleets repairing here from their earlier attack against Marauders. Not much expansion seems to really be taking place at the moment here. Ooh, someone is exploiting dark matter though. Let's see. Council is still ongoing. Now there are a few more people voting against it now though. Slug Labour, I think. No, they are first place, but they are voting against forming the Galactic Council. Interesting. Now, still a lot of people in the main game. So normally they would split off into east and west, but it seems like today they're just all staying together. Let's see. Fighting going on anywhere? Check up there in a moment. Seems like they're
Situation log
just
updated.
retaking the systems here. Interesting path they've decided to go for. Maybe they're retreating. Oh, actually just making small forays into this section now. Interesting. Maybe just planning to buy time until they lose their contract there. Oh, that looks horrible. And this sort of war seems to be over,
Situation log
presumably because
updated.
they've got the 3 systems that they wanted. Ooh, and that is a team world for them to eat. Ooh, that's really gotta hurt. So yes, that's the bow home system there. I mean, it's not the greatest of planets to get for a precursor, but it is an extra team world, which is especially nice for the adherents who are team world post-apocalyptic start. So they have the survivor trait team world preference. I think I saw something about any Federation leader can do something. There was a Federation law change. Only the Federation. Oh, everyone can. I think now. It might have been that it was only the leader previously. Interesting. Almost up to a level 3 Federation, which should give them some more trade value again. Bit of trade protection, not much, and and the president will get some influence gain. How much XP do they need for that? Only 157 more, compared to the Galactic Progress Alliance, who is still level 1. And needs 102 XP, but they are up to 100 each now. They don't really seem to have anything that can defend down south here. There's some marauders. guess ingests. Just raiding. Yeah. Certainly looks like it. So, despite being war, not really much fighting. The Divine Mandate seems to be asking for more money from Vex. Ooh, yes. So another advantage from taking off the Marauders is that they get all the research from them. And despite having a Marauder fleet, still wanting more people to send their fleets.
Situation log updated.
Probably because I know that it can only last so long. And running low on minerals, fortunately. Oh, they are quite a bit above the tech cap.
Situation log updated.
So that is, yeah, it's 600 tech cap per session. They are 700, which puts them at being nearly 20% over. Hello,
But it costs
Galactic News
minerals
Network
to
here.
build, so
Just Divine Mandate, you are way over tech cap at the moment.
Oh, that's a yikes.
Yeah, I mean, I told you this, didn't I?
but how do you know?
I'm spectating.
Because I was over tech cap earlier, but he
Situation
was still like
log
way
updated.
ahead of me in tech.
Situation log
He's
updated.
muted, or is he deafened too, or
Oh, he was just muted. So I was like, hey, you're
Right
Situation
probably
here.
log updated.
is he pretending not to hear? So
Oh
he
shit,
should
I
get
found
a
the
ping
last
switch?
precursor artifact.
Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
Gave up on you. We told you to surrender. We didn't give up on you. You wanted stuff from us we didn't have. That's a different thing.
Wait, what's going on in chat?
Matt is saying he is not actually on Discord, which I do not know why.
Situation log updated.
Why would fix your tech cap, man?
Currently, in
You
your
as
head
to
to
this
see it.
federation, I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I'm a little annoyed with your participation in these events.
In these various events.
So we'll have to definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be moving out for a bit.
I have
Hello.
on shift, but I might be able to send you a little.
Galactic News Network here again. I see that you are engaging in combat. I guess I won't interrupt you then.
Oh, we can talk.
Yeah,
we're fine.
Yeah, I was just wanting to bring up how, as a result of your war, you have managed to strand a science ship of civilians in the system, without any means of actually escaping.
Oh my god, which system is this in? How can we help?
Of a stivum. In the middle of in the middle of divine mandate of machine goddess space in the south. Terrible tragedy for the civilians stuck in such a precarious situation.
The ISS Ramdor.
What am I trying to do here? Oh, edicts, right.
Yeah, so got a bit of a close fight here, but it does seem to be in favor of Song of Reverence. Yeah. So Divine Mandate was a bit over hasty in attacking here. Got the transport fleet set aside. At risk if they had any risk of using, but it does seem like they have the advantage. They do have the station here. Communication jams, so that will hurt them even more. And extra ship weapon range. So yes, that will definitely help them quite a bit. So yeah, they've got 9k fleet power compared to the now 7k fleet power. With allies as well, so adherence for Goddess. Okay, not much in terms of help there, and I wonder, it probably is enough to take, but you don't really want to be sending your ships in when you know that they've got a fleet right next door. And if they really want to minimize their casualties, they could just split off the weakened ships and go after, just attack with the strengthened ones. Split their fleets. Attack more reinforced, but yeah, this isn't what you want to do when you're already losing a war. Even if you are over tech cap, still need to bring it down. But yeah, I don't know why some of the United Colonies fans complaining about with having all their influence when they've got all this space to expand into. You could probably stand from actually just building a couple more science ships. So yeah, only 2 science ships, only one of them is actually, going for the Eurasians. Only one of them is actually exploring. Could speed it up by having another science ship. But yeah, so you've got the council elections imminent. You've got Slug Labour in the lead, followed by Blessed Concord and United Colonies of Man coming in third place, followed closely behind by Song of Reverence. You might want to hold off on fighting just to get a bit more Diplo power, Diplo weights. Maybe seeing if they can get someone. I'm guessing that's already all the envoys in. Yep. 9 colonies of man. Could still send another envoy to increase. Yeah, improving relations, so we could always just move it across to the Galactic community and secure themselves. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Song of Reverence will be able to get there. So yeah, it looks relatively locked in. This is how it will be, unless someone builds up a lot of ships in the meantime, which we can see if they're doing. Which they're not. What about United Colonies of Mankind? Man, rather. Are they further increasing how many ships they have? They do not appear to be, no. So yeah, the front runners definitely phase 3. Slug Labor quite impressively indeed. The Yurt's home system, it's already been discovered, so unfortunately for Heaven's Ward, although they possibly already knew since they've ordered. Yeah, it was already in vision range, so not unexpected for them. Yeah, so those are the main ways of quickly increasing your Diplo weight. Let's see. Will they be able to... Mercantile will give them a bonus from economy. Cooperative might help them more. So they could do a last minute switch. But, I mean, it wouldn't really hurt to try it out. Because they're not going to be winning at the moment. So they might as well try something different. Can try to calculate this quickly though. It would decrease them, it seems. If they switch to cooperative. Does seem like just having... That doesn't make sense. Having 25 to just a sub-segment shouldn't give more than... dear. What did I miss in my calculations? So yes, it would put them into second place if they switch to cooperative, but with only 3 days left, it doesn't seem like they will. So that will make the council be Slug Labor, Limited, Petition Holy Kingdom, and Blessed Concord. Ooh. Ooh. So yeah, they snuck it in over the United Colonies of Man. In fact, because of that, actually wait, no, yeah, they would have been able to, but with the extra 20% weight, being a council member, they are now ahead. So we would have been able to kick up for Blessed Concord. The Russian home system has been discovered by the United Colonies of Man. They're presumably here. Nope, never mind. Presumably it has already been discovered. Never mind, this is up here. Interesting. So, the spectator will be able to see you, but from that they'll get Crown World. Quite a large alloy deposit. They get some research out of it. Again, not the best of precursors, it seems. However, let's see, in terms of what the precursor itself gives, this is the pox. So yeah. I don't believe it's
Situation log updated.
colonisable, but they do get a special project from it, which will give them the Javorian pox sample. Getting the secret will give them extra biology research speed, extra pop growth speed. Yeah, that's about it really. So if we... Cool. I didn't notice for 5 exotic gas. Ah yes, 5 exotic gas is also very nice. Oh, ho ho, ho.
Situation log updated.
Yes. So yeah, Shard Remnant has recommended that they resettle. Yeah. That's unfortunate. What kind of population controls do they have? They've still got that rating. Undesirables. Just check policies. Purging is allowed. So what is happening to this? Processing. So if we check the species rights. Yep, they are being purged. Processing. So, ooh, yikes. Processing into nutrient-rich food sources. Yay, boosting food availability until their death. Yay. Roughly half pop per month. Planet, great speed. Yep, so decline progress is out of 100 and each one month is 50. Yikes, that is I think it was 22 pops that will be lost. Oh, actually it's down here, it might be less I guess. Maybe 18 or more pops that will be lost. Which is unfortunate for Tyranny. But yeah, since they've taken this space, it gave them much easier access to here. And since they had a truce with the adherents of the goddess, they could just go straight through their space. That is what you would call unfortunate. How is this war going on? Ooh, there seems to be a battle going here, about to occur. There's 2 fleets there. Can't actually see all of them. Trying to go. Get some nice cinematic shots of this.
Construction ship under attack.
Actually, just disconnecting it. Someone's coming in. Both sides seem to have some fighters craft. Seems like it's for tadpoles against not sure what tier fighters. The amoeba swans, but yeah. Corvettes, I'm guessing. Not corvettes, cruisers. Yeah, it's a cruiser. These are also cruisers, despite the size differences. And yep, going on to attack the her starbase now. This is a destruction. Just disappeared. Aww. I wanted to see it just burning. Yep. So yeah, this is looking very much in favor of Song of Reverences. So that's the home system. Their fleets are retreated to here, so they could be collapsed upon again. Which is why it's always important to set a home base. Yep. Speak out with her. You're spiritualist now. And yeah, I don't think trying to give systems to the Voidborn Megacore is going to be all that appealing to them.
Planetary invasion begun.
They could instead be making so much more money from branch officers. And it's just, yep. So yeah, it's going to be often enough to. So they are once again being brought into the true fold of Velnor kind. And yep, the fleets are. It's this beautiful backdrop. I am obviously not a cinematographer with those kind of angles shots. Yep, we can see all the ships just falling into space, which yes seems weird, but isn't it just too pretty though? I'm not just horribly shooting them. Yeah, that's probably most of their resistance gone. I don't expect them to be able to really fight back from that. Huh? They still have fleets in course compass. So we've got what, 8k there, compared to the 10k here. Yeah, that's not what you want to be doing right now. If anything, you really need to consolidate with your allies' fleets rather than consistently running it down into your enemy's throats. Do you have a relic? Omnicodex. So, just getting more pops, but yeah. Peace offer. What peace offer are we going for, I wonder? am back, and it appears that the divine mandate of Machine Goddess has become spiritualist. Oh, switch. Yep, fanatic spiritualist, pacifist. Ooh, and pacifist. That is unfortunate for them, and it will pull them out of the Federation. So the Galactic Progress Alliance is now headed by the United Cardu Republic. And so no matter how far ahead and tech you might be, if they've got stronger fleets, they can just steal tech from your debris. So if you remember the Nemesis to Federation, they won't be able to just join the Chosen of the Goddess. Though they probably will be associated. So, a new government has been put in place. And their research is a lot lower. Memorialist and functional architecture. Wonder if they got the trick to do it this way. No, never mind. Go here. Spiritualist is authoritarian. Spiritualist Xenophile, and I'm guessing when Liskia's children is how do you not know your allies' ethics? Okay, it says here. Yeah, so it was Felicia's children that declared war on him. Let me have a look. I'm guessing they're going to have the Death Cult Memorialist. Okay. Compared to the Memorialist Functional Architecture. Okay. 63, we still haven't seen any Khan spawning yet. Also wondering if anyone has 3 civic slots yet. I guess no, but you never know. Oh? Is there another war here? Ah, Titanic life. That's why. Never mind then. That is unfortunate for them. But they are building up an army, I see, in Deneb. The question is if it will be strong enough. So I'll retake Titanica. 423 versus is currently 73. So not yet. So Psycho is Cosmic Singularity. let's pause. IVGM. Seems. Alright, that was the system that was taken earlier. Or that was left behind earlier, rather. It's currently in session, I wonder. Charter of Worker Rights. On to the ban organic slave trade. Seems. Actually, let's switch into one of the council members. See what fair options are. Now that they are in the council, though, it will make it easier for them to stay in the council with the extra 20% weight there. Mercenaries are back to hire again. No. So yeah, they're still in it just because they were already part of that war. They do have an unspent civic point. In any case. And Colony's man is expanding nicely. Well, honestly, not as fast as I'd like them to be, but oh well. Slug Labor's also exploring it, but I doubt they'll be able to claim the system anywhere near as quickly as United Colonies Man could. So we're almost definitely going to them. I'll give them just a reminder. So yeah, just slightly above.
Situation log updated. Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
So yeah, most people are doing quite well on tech.
Situation log updated.
There's a few people that are lagging
Situation
behind,
log updated.
Most are keeping
Situation
relatively
log
up to
updated.
what should be. Yeah, so I want to see who has
Situation log updated. Situation log updated. Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
So, Slug Limited. It's also we're now free traders, public relations specialists, and also have brand loyalty. Not sure which one they picked up, I'll be honest. They've got the slot, but they haven't actually purchased it yet. Heaven's Ward, it's Memorious, Philosopher King, and Inward Perfection. Inward Perfection is definitely at the start. So I think they might have added Memorialist, I'm not sure though. Adherents of Goddess have slaver guilds, I see. La-di-da-di-da. Let's just skip over that for a moment.
Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
Australians haven't expanded any further from here, it seems. Okay. You get the nice colonies expanding. This isolated system is... yeah, it's got the avatar. So that will be connected to... presumably... yeah, Sirac. I'll be interested to see how they decide to split up this space. I'm gonna guess that United Colonies is going to take this. Maybe Slug's taking this. This part is the big question though. That cluster of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9. This whole section hasn't been expanded into yet because the Silent Screams have had so much space which they need to take. So this war is technically ongoing, but it's just stalemate, I'm pretty sure. Nothing's actually happening. Oh, no. There is some Slug Labor Limited occupied stuff here. So this will, never mind, once that lands it won't be. I was going to say this will be returned at the end of the war if they don't take it, but they are going to be taking the planet. So from what I understand, it was supposed to be... actually, let me check for war goal. Yeah, it's setting status quo. Oh, don't remember exactly how that works for expropriation wars. So status quo effect is Corporate Empire closes all branch offices on the attacker's planets. Corporate Empire gains 1000 energy per branch office. Meanwhile, if they lost, if the Megacore lost, then the Corporate Empire would close all its branch offices on the attacker's planets, and the attacker gains 1000 energy per branch office. And if the Corporate Empire wins, then the attacker would become a subsidiary of the Corporate Empire.
Enemy troops.
I doubt they're going to get that far, or if they'd even be allowed to. But yeah, main difference being with the status quo, at least they'll be refunded for all their branch offices. Because the cost to create a branch office from memory is 1000 energy credits. Although I do believe, yeah, and 50 influence. I do believe that there's a corporate civic which allows you to. I think it's. I'm not sure. Might be an ascension perk that allows you to make branch officers construct from cheaper, which I'm not sure how that actually works with Inspired Creation in Caspella, or if you can create energy credits out of thin air from that, though honestly probably wouldn't be worth it to use that method, because, well, you could just leave the branch officers there and get energy credits out of nothing that way. Yeah, so it's a Cardu Superior. It's their current. Now that is interesting. Oh, because they've got full citizenship. That's how it's possible. Also missing a governor on the systems. And yeah, we are Imperial. So yeah, let's have a look at what's going on. Biliski's children has claimed Fenvalis. Yep, that was over the border, I believe.
Situation log updated.
This is I thought it was right here. I thought like it created these two magnets. That doesn't seem right, so I'm gonna just check. This should have tenable research resources. Interesting. What's this Tony War thing about? I'm not sure. Okay, so we end expropriation war? What? Why did... They full on surrendered? Huh. Interesting. I was not expecting that. Huh. Actually, one have look. Is the planet being devoured? It's not. Aww. Tut tut. Is this one being devoured at least? It's being colonized. So I guess that makes it a no technically. But maybe in future? Yeah, they have association status. Ooh, and quite high empire score. Wonder what happened there. We are sitting on quite a lot of exotic gases. That's a lot of alloys you're making there. And you?
Situation log updated. Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
Some people still have just 30 alloys a month. Ooh. How does That's probably how, because they're consuming 38 a month for their fleet. I was going to say, how does the largest fleet of the galaxy have just 10 alloys a month?
Situation log updated.
Yeah. So the largest fleet of the month has the smallest alloy income per month. So, subsidiaries. Yeah. Subsidiaries, tributaries. Yeah. They do join Overlord's rules though, so don't think they'd be allowed. So join. You might be able to become a tributary though. Hello, welcome, a representative of Tyranny of... Now tell me, is it Pyrrhic Barker or Pyrrhic Barker?
Spheric Barca, though that won't be important for much longer. I am Kari Colette. I am the Slug Labor Limited has aided me in my efforts to establish a more just and reasonable domain in this nation.
Interesting. I was going to ask you about that. What led you to make this decision?
Well, I have always been a supporter of materialism personally. I haven't necessarily always been in power within the Empire, but I reached out to aid our materialist brethren across the border in hopes that now one sec.
That's fine.
With one with the hopes that they could aid our mission, and when the tyranny and the hideous regent this is out of character. Karasi Alvai took power, and then shortly thereafter declared war on completely ridiculous grounds with the Slug Labor Limited in attempts to remove their, frankly, incredibly profitable and incredibly beneficial branch offices. I supported, as you may know, Theoric society is often based on conflict. So while we might have outside wars, very commonly, inside there is often just as much conflict. I participate in this conflict, not necessarily to aid Slug Labor Limited, but rather to aid the materialist cause internally. Eventually, when the tyranny had been abandoned entirely by their spiritualist peers, I took power with the help of Slug Labor Limited, and am now beginning to work on rewriting a new constitution for a nation based not on warfare and conflict and blood filling the streets, but on, yes, freedom and equality, but also, to put it simply, sanity. This will be a new, sane empire.
I see. So I suppose you disagree with your decision then to break their commercial agreement with Slug Labor Limited?
Yes, within the upcoming years we will be renegotiating that and most other items there.
I see. In moving away from a more warrior culture, do you have any concerns considering that you now have the Shard Remnant on your borders to deal with?
That will be a problem, but our grateful patrons, Slug Labor Limited, have promised us aid with any border crises that might arise. And we are not giving up our militarist ways, just our internal conflict. Rather, we are focusing on rebuilding our military as an item to look outward, to expand our egalitarian and not newly materialist ethos to the stars.
Another thing with the Shard Remnants cutting off some of your core systems there, do you worry that others might see it as an opportunity to attack the rest of your nation?
We had heard some news coming from the silent screamers, but luckily, with our new patrons, Slug Labor Limited, they have promised us protection in that regard, as we will now be under their auspices and the rest of their federation. Any nations that wish to take a bite at us will have to look to not to more than just our currently embarrassed military presence.
Well, considering that Slug Labor Limited was involved in removal of a Marauder system, I'm sure that their military has the highest pedigree. Will be able to aid you in your causes.
Well, it at the very least appears that they have a higher pedigree than the previous administration.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I'm sure it's quite busy, building up a new state from the ground and building a new constitution. So I'll let you get back to that.
We appreciate that. On behalf of our entire new administration, we thank you for reaching out to us.
You're more than welcome to show up on Galactic News Network at any time. Okay. So that's what's happening there. Yes. So, I mean, they wouldn't really have lost anything from the status quo, and they might have been able to force a surrender later on, but doubt it. But yeah. Oh, and peaceful neutral zone has left. Yeah, they definitely wouldn't have been able to protect most of their empire from Slug Labor. Not that they would have really lost much, but they might not have known. Which is fair enough. What else is going on in the galaxy? Oh, there's something in the session. Charter of Workers' Rights, which looks like it will pass, despite two of the council members voting against it. Slug Labor doesn't want workers' rights. Of course not. They're radical. Although the Song of Reverence does. United Colonies. No, the United Colonies man. Oh, since I've lost 30 fleets. So, some psionics there. Yeah, if they've brought their alloy production back up a bit, that's possibly more. Unless if they've brought their alloy production up more, that they've lost their alloy consumption from their ships. This part's probably nothing we can send about, and just paused. So yes, we're no longer. Ooh, shards at
Situation
war
log
again.
updated.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Situation log
So
updated.
Shard has declared war and they are attacking. I wonder what changed. So I know they've got great gorging. I wonder what this is doing actually. Moving here? I'm gonna guess just to get them out of the way of the fleet. Nothing special, probably. I doubt he's just gonna build specifically here because there's not really much reason to colonize there when you could just do one by one. And yeah, low on influence as well, so I wouldn't be able to. I wonder if... oh, they're both Total War has no need to claim systems. And it is also paused. So yes. And asked about how they had the largest navy and the smallest alloy income. The comment from United Colonies of Man is that that's just how having large navies works. Alloy upkeep becomes an issue for maintenance and upgrades, and everything of the sort. Ooh, Infinity Machine. So, what kind of shard remnant? Let's see. If I could switch over to. Oh, session's over, I guess. Galactic News Network here.
Yeah, well, I mean, what was the deal? Like, did you establish a communication with him? Because I think, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to end the Galactic News Network report here. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have. Looking to improve the experience for everyone. Yes, hopefully more wars, and this will definitely be exciting to see next session. This is Rajan from Galactic News Network, signing off.